Hello. Sorry I was a few minutes late. Hi, who's here? Hi, guys. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, come on in and say hello. Let me know who's here. Hi, guys. I'm just making a huge mess already. I'm so good at making messes. Hello. Let me jump onto Instagram. Just tell people we're going to go live. Hello, everybody. That was terrific. I was going live backwards. Hello. Hi, guys. Come on over to YouTube. We're going live over here. Hope to see you. Come on over to my YouTube channel. Go into my stories. There's a link right there. Easy to get to. Hi. Hello. Hi. Come on over to YouTube. We're going live. I was a few minutes late. Okay, guys? Okay, bye. Okay. Hello. Who's here? Say hi in the comments so I know who's here, guys. Honestly, I don't think I can see anybody's comments. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, I wrote Hecko. I think we'll get rid of that one. Hi, guys. Very excited to show you guys something new that came today. Okay, well, I am just going to start. Let me grab my coffee. I am like ready to fall over. How's everybody doing mentally? Like, how are we all feeling? Can you guys hear me okay? I mean, it looks like I think I'm, yeah, maybe. It looks much better than it did. I think the quality is so much better now that I'm running it through the camera. Everybody say hi. I need to know who's here. Are you guys unable to comment? I think it's okay. I don't know. Should I end it and restart it? If I do end it, I think I have to restart with like a whole new link. Ooh, you know what? If you guys are unable to hear me or see me or comment, go onto my Instagram and send me a DM. I don't know, you guys. Is this like not working today? I know I was a couple minutes late. Oh, I'm seeing a message. Hang on, guys. Okay. I'm told that you can hear and see me. Are you able to comment? I will restart this if I need to. I feel really badly. I'm so bad with the tech. It's like I lived at the wrong time. Okay, I see that there's 4 people here now, but I can't see anybody's comments, so I don't know if there's something I need to do. I don't know, guys. Can you comment? I don't, is there something wrong? I just, like, somebody please tell me. Are you not able to comment, Marianne? No comment. Okay. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to comment. It's really strange. Oh, hi, Rabbi Roz. You popped on. Yay. I can see you. Rabbi Roz, I've been trying. You have got to let me follow you back because I've been trying to get a hold of you about this bronzer that I got today that you're really going to like quite a bit. Okay. I hope you guys are able to comment. I see that Rabbi Roz was able to, so I'm just going to kind of get started. How's everybody tonight? I have purposely not watched any news today, and I'm living in sort of like a denial bubble. It's a lot. And I want to know how people are doing, what we're doing for self-care to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. Last night, I just did like a whole, what I usually do on Sundays. I did like a whole skincare thing, and I just felt so much better. What do you guys do to... Oh. On Instagram, rarely use it, but I will follow you back. This has been 3 funeral week. You don't know how long to be able to stay awake. Okay, I'm going to show you what I really want to show you first because there is a new bronzer in my life and it needs to be in yours. The brand of this bronzer is called Farah Hamidi, and she is originally from Afghanistan. This bronzer comes in 4 shades. It is what she refers to as a Lumi Matte. It's very creamy and very matte, but also very spreadable. And this is the lightest shade, but it did give me a nice looking tan today, and I'm going to show you guys. It's got a very beautiful pink undertone that I have not found anywhere else. You got it today and it's gorgeous. I'm telling you, you guys, the Gucci bronzer has had my heart for a long time, but I need to share this with you because it's just too good. You can, she says, to go up when you're blending. It is so natural looking and skin-like, but better even than skin. This brush of hers is kind of like one of those angle ones, so you can go in with the tip and do some sculpting. You can dance across your nose the way the sun really would. I mean, I have not had real sun in a very long time. And this is so pretty. Hello. Oh, I see Rebecca's here. Yay! You haven't worn it yet, but Lexi Zhang was raving about it, and she said she likes it better than the Gucci. I'm going to agree. How about that? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is my new favorite bronzer. It's tiny and expensive, but you can buy the refill, which comes like in a little plastic case, and you still get the great product out of it because these are all refillable. You just stick your finger in and they pop out and they pop right back in. And I already bought a backup because I have a feeling that every person with a cool skin tone is going to run and get this product. How are you, Rebecca? You're tired. Rabbi Roz is tired too. She had a long week. So you guys, I am absolutely in love with this bronzer. I did order the bronzer from the brand. because I wanted to get it before it launched on Sephora, and that didn't exactly work, but it came on the same, like the day after. So I think that this model is a friend of hers. So they do a lot of work together. This came in the package that I got from the brand. And it was all like really nicely, like sustainably wrapped. So I know that's like a big thing for her. And the bronzer came in a box like this. And then I also ordered the brush, which comes separately. It's a shader brush. I will say it's vegan. So it's not, you know, actual hair. However, it is, I believe, made in Japan. It is. I don't know where and I don't know how, and I'm not really like the kind of brush expert that I know like Sea Salt Waves is and a lot of other people, but I do know it's really soft. I do really like the angle. It reminds me a lot of the Rephr brush from Alex Zanel. And I was going to actually try it with it to see, because if you already have a brush like this, I think you could do just fine. I know she does like a lot of sweeping motions. I'm sort of usually a tapper, but yeah, I mean, I'm getting that same kind of hug feeling. The backup was not a bad idea. It's a really pretty bronzer. Now, it comes in other shades that are not pink based for those of you like Rebecca who look better in like a warmer tone. And I want to show you guys. Let's just go on her website. Oh, okay. Okay. No, that is not what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay. So I am going to put this up here. So this is what the compact looks like. And you see it like on the right-hand side. The refill is sold out. It's going to come back, Molly, or order it from her website. You would just get it's such a smart thing. I mean, first of all, this thing weighs a ton. This reminds me a lot of the way that the Westman Atelier ones feel, but it's even smaller. I will show you the difference. Well, maybe not. They look about the same. Let's see what the pan size is. When I looked at how much product was in here, I was kind of shocked. It's definitely smaller amount than you would get like in a Westman Atelier pan. Well, they're not that far apart. This is 0.12 ounces and this is 0.14 ounces. So, but the thing is, it's weighty and hefty and unnecessarily, you know, fancy. You don't need this to enjoy the $40-something bronzer. And the other colors, you guys, are so pretty. This is the lightest one called Bois. I think it is B-O-I-S with my not great French or whatever language that is. And that's what it looks like on the lightest model. And then the next color is called Lumen. And this has more of a golden undertone, which kind of reminds me of the same undertones that we were seeing from Sarah Creel. Obviously, totally different kind of formula. This is more of a, I would say, it's definitely a powder, but it's so smooth and creamy feeling. It's very buttery, very melty. I feel like you could do it with fingers if you wanted to. The thing about this makeup artist that I've been loving reading about and trying to learn about is that she's really known for slow beauty and kind of quiet luxury. She is definitely like a less is more, kind of put it where you want to. Sort of reminded me a lot of Lisa Eldridge, like when she talks about doing like a patchwork face and not having makeup everywhere. So that was kind of neat. So this is the second shade and the model. I mean, you can just see that like the flush, the way that she does it, up the sides, kind of over the top, like across the nose, like where you would really be hit if the sun was coming down. So it's similar to the Westman Atelier Blush Mimi. I'm going to swatch a bunch of these in a second, but it doesn't feel like oh my gosh. Okay. Here's Mimi. This is Mimi. Let me turn this a little. Can you see that? I'm trying to make it dark enough. Totally different tone. Like Mimi almost looks orangey next to it. Oh, make me bigger. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is the Mimi, and this is the Bois. See, this one almost looks orange, even though clearly it is not. It's definitely warmer in a different way. Tone-wise, when you look at them, you can kind of see that this has like more, I don't want to say it's shiny because it isn't. It is matte, but it's, you know how they say luminous matte now? I finally think I understand what that means. Mimi is much warmer. In fact, it's warmer than, I don't have the one from Jones Road that was like pink, but let's just take the Gucci out right away because that's like everybody's baseline. Let's take a look first. These are magnetic, so everything is like pushing against each other. It's like crazy. You can see this almost has more depth to it. And this powder, when you look at it, looks like a matte powder. Like it just looks like all one. This sort of has, like in the light, can you kind of see how there's some luminescence in here? Put that one up a little bit. Just don't want to wash everything out. All right, so let's put the Gucci up here. Okay. So we have Mimi, then we have Bois, and then we have Gucci. This one, the one that I have on right now, the Bois, almost has a little bit more red in it. And I'm going to swatch this with Goa also, so we'll get to see. But it's because the Gucci is flat, you know, mattes kind of have that flat look, like all one the same. When I look at this up close and I move my hand, it actually does reflect light in a whole different way than a matte kind of like takes it in and stops it. This sort of like brings you in and gives you more depth. Does that make sense? Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I mean, I think that buying the refill is like the smart thing to do with this. Let me put this back up here for a second because I just want to show you the other colors. Now this one she's calling Roma, and this is tawny tan with warm undertones. And you can see that this has like a real kind of redness almost to it. Reminds me a little bit of the color Tawny from Bobbi Brown's new brand in her, you know, the big, what's it called? Hello. Help me. What is it called? That big squishy thing that like is very polarizing that everyone can agree on. The real balmy one. Wow, I cannot get over this. The Gucci next to this one actually has like, I don't want to say orange, like almost like more tan. And this just has like a little more like maybe you got real sun in it. So this is what the second or the third shade looks like. You can see that it can handle a much deeper skin tone. And then the last shade is called Umbra. It's mahogany tan with deep warm undertones. And this is just a rich, major, melanated people, queens color that I think is going to be beautiful. I mean, you can see how it's got like a radiance to it, but it's matte. Like it doesn't make you shiny. It just kind of gives your a little life. And you can see that's all of the colors. And you know, up at the top here, you can see the top one has definitely that pink kind of undertone. And then you can see how the second one is definitely more golden. And then this sort of has a little bit more of that, what I would think bronzy is the word that comes to mind. And then mahogany, I think, is a perfect way to describe the bottom one. And it was funny because I was thinking, like, if I bought another one, which one would I buy? And I think it would be the bottom one for me because it reminds me so much of the Armani. It's got like, I mean, I have the darkest Armani one in 120. And it's very deep. but I feel like it's got the same kind of undertone as the Bois. We'll find out. Wow, it is very hard to get a deep swatch of this. I am trying. There we go. So you can see how they kind of go together. They both have that same kind of rich, almost reddish or pinkish undertone. Isn't that way too deep? I did a very deep swatch on this. I wear this all the time. I go in with something fluffy. And that's like a heavy enough for one for you to see. But the undertones of the other three bronzers from Armani were not right for me. Oh, hey, Maria. How's your hubby? Hi, Felice. You're not late. You've had out-of-towners for a while. Okay, I'm going to take out some of my other bronzers, and as you can see, the swatches are difficult. I'm going to go through again. We've got Gucci. Is the light helping or not helping? I feel like you might. I think you can see it better if I don't have the lights turned way up. He's better. Took a week though, still has a cough. Hopefully he's helping with some of the stuff that you've been doing. Is this better for you guys with less light or more light? Oh, hi. Hi, Sophia. How are you? So obviously I love a cooler tone, but still being warmed up. And the thing that was really nice about this one today, because I did go to town with it for a while, was that I couldn't overdo it. Like she swirls in here and she taps off and does a lot of this kind of thing. I mean, I went to town. I just think it's so pretty, and it reminds me of when I used to be able to get real sun. So, I mean, for me, that's like everything. I miss the suntan. I miss like that pinky tan color that you get. But you can see that the light is just really pretty with this one. That Fair Humidity bronzer is everything. What color do you have in that? You've been obsessed with it. How do you get obsessed with it? I haven't even had it that long. How did you get it so fast? All right, we're going to start with some of these bronzers. And I'm just going to do them the best that I can. Okay, I've got the Fair Bronze Sun Melt. This is from Saie. This is a cream. Let's do away with the watch and the jewelry. You miss the suntan too. I really do. I miss that feeling. All right, so here is Fair Bronze from Saie. And I do love this one. I think this is a really pretty bronzer. You have the shade Roma. It's really, that's pretty. Let me put Farrah up at the top. As deep as I can get her to go. Boy, is it smooth, you guys. I mean, it is like absolute silk. All right, so there's our baseline. And I'm going to put Gucci right underneath. And you can see there's just something about the way that this one catches the light and almost doesn't look like one color only. Like it has dimension. That's the word I'm looking for. It's dimensional without even having to add anything to it. When you look into the pan, you can see that there's like a luminescence to it. Okay. We're going to put the Armani here. This is the 120. See, it's not that dark. You can build it up or down. And this one does have like little flecks in it. It's got a little shimmer to it. There's absolutely zero shimmer in this one from Farrah. It's definitely luminous, but not sparkly or anything like that. You still go in the sun with your face completely covered. We all need real vitamin D. Just no more baby oil slathered on. Yeah, and like the meme you sent me with the Super Sun in. Does my Armani say made in China on the back? Yes, it does. Why, Felice? The Farrah Hamidi, by the way, is made in Italy. This was a Tom Ford palette from a while back, and this was the other color called Basque. It was sort of not as popular as Terra, but I always felt like it wasn't very warm, but look how warm that looks now. Because it's from China. Because it used to be made not in China. Is that what you're saying? Because I remember something with this. A not so made in China price. Yeah, right. I wanted to just put on these Makeup Forever ones that I picked up also, just because I feel like these are so awesome. So we've got Luminous Taupe. And I love the cool tone of this. And obviously you can smudge this out. And then I'm even going to put Endless Cacao. That'd be like almost like a contour at that point. And this is the new Chanel Le Beige. The old one I have given away. I mean, some of them like start to look almost like dirty on me. I think the price needs to match the product. Nessa Myrick has her products made in China, but her pricing is pretty fair. Yeah, I think that with the made in China, the caveat I feel like is that a lot of brands let's just take an example. Okay, like Tom Ford. When he gave his licensing of his name and his brand to Estee Lauder to use, they could then go manufacture his things in any of their factories. And a lot of these larger companies have factories in different parts of the world. There are good places that things are made by brands in China. But the made in China thing is also kind of interesting because even if, let's just pretend like this said made in the USA, all of the things that I would need for this would not necessarily be made in the USA. You know, they would import the different ingredients and different components of the product. And it's like Apple, like they'll assemble something in California, but get all their stuff from, you know, China or whatever it is. But yes, I definitely think that's like a major issue. Okay, so we did Mimi, but I'm going to put her on here again. Boy, Mimi looks very orange to me on here, and I don't feel like she's orange when I'm wearing her. Certain ingredients, minerals, etc. come from different parts of the world. Yeah, definitely. Okay, the next one is going to be a lot darker. This is in the Tulle Truffle. I feel like the tone of this one is a lot closer than Mimi. Can you see how, like, in certain angles, I mean, that's almost like the same kind of family. I need to look at that one. Okay, this is Ganache with Pop It. This is real dark. These are the worst things to open when you have arthritis. I don't know what it is about these compacts, but they're so hard. We used to take my grandma grocery shopping, and my sister and I would have to open up all the jars for her before we would leave, and I feel like I'm becoming her. First you become your mother, and then you become your grandmother. And that one is like a contour for me, basically. But there's nothing with a luminous matte finish with dimension that I've put on yet. Even the ones that have a little bit of life to them, a little bit of shimmer or whatever it is, they're sort of like one color, whereas like I haven't even put on any blush, which I probably should do. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of this Glow Recipe, because it's like a blush that's not a blush. And I don't have any highlighter on yet either. And you can see there's like a glow. What makes the Farrah Hamidi bronzer incredible is that it doesn't lean warm. It's that it's not overly warm, but it is not at all like a contour, because like have you guys seen the pictures of what the ABH matte bronzers look like? Hold on, let me pull this up. Okay, here. Okay. This is what the new ABH bronzers look like. This is not looking like a contour. This is bronzy, but it's not contourish. You know, it's not shadow-like. It's like you can get definition, but you're not going to get a shadow. Whereas like these look so cool that they almost don't look like a bronzer at all. Do they? Do they look like it to you? Price is the same as the Westman, a bronzer, but she doesn't have a refill. The other thing is that I read, and I know that everybody's pretty concerned about what is happening with all of our makeup and where it's going. I don't know if guys have watched that Netflix special about like what happens with all the clothing and everything. I mean, it's sort of mind-blowing. And it's such an important thing now, I feel like, to have these things that we can replace. They look like a natural tan. Yeah. And I can still put a contour on. Like I tried today just to sort of see what would happen. I can still get a cheekbone carved out, and this still looks like it's bronze, and this looks like it's more shadowy. Does that make sense? What was the price of the refill? It was like 40 something, right? 44 maybe? $42. And I know that you can get them on her website because I bought mine on her website. And I don't feel like her brush is magical. I think it's nice and it works great, but if you have brushes, you have brushes. So those are the first swatches. I'm going to grab some more bronzers. Okay, I'm going to have to start on the other arm. So let's put Farrah up on top of this arm. $42. That is a great price compared to the compact. And it comes in like that. It looks like it's just like a plastic brown container. I mean, it's how I bought the Valentino one. I didn't buy that $250 purse. I bought the refill. It's in plastic. I don't care. It's not what I'm wearing, And Sephora is carrying the refills too. It's just that they're sold out of 2 of them right now. So I was thinking about the meteorites because these have a luminosity to them, that number 4, but enough pink in it, like where I can wear this and it's a luminous, powder. And I thought maybe this is like the closest thing. It's still like more golden than the Farrah. Let's look at Victoria Beckham. I have number 1 and number 2. So I've got 4 shades. So we'll do, this powder feels so good too though. I mean, honestly, you guys, there's so much good makeup now that it's sort of like, you don't have to settle. I was just having this conversation with somebody, like, you should not be in a situation where you have to talk yourself into any product anymore ever again. Like if you have to ask, like, does this look good on me? Is this much warmer? I feel like you don't have to do that anymore. I feel like you don't have to make any kind of a concession anymore. Now, one of the bronzers that I discovered this year that I love in the lightest shade is this Lancome one. And this is much cooler, I think, than the Farah. But the thing with the Farah is that it's the right undertone, which is exactly why I bought the Armani that I bought, because it has the right undertone. But look at how much rosier this is than that. It's like this looks skin native, doesn't it? Like it looks like a real skin color, whereas like this looks like a bronzer, right? Like nobody's going to tan flatly like this. You're going to have like different little spots where maybe you didn't put a lot of sunscreen or you fell asleep or your book was covering you or whatever it was. And it's not going to be like totally even. This sort of does that. And not that you can't get there with a highlighter, because of course you can, but it's just interesting. And all of these feel so good. That is much more neutral. There we go. Oh, I forgot to pull all of the Hourglass ones. I'll have to grab those in a second. I'm going to have to take this off my arms. Now, another really nice luminous bronzer for not a ton of money is the Beach Walk Betty. Does anybody have the RMS? I think this is a great little bronzer. And I'm actually going to go over here because it's more luminous. Ooh, wow, that's a lot warmer even than the Gucci and the Armani. It is luminous though. See what I mean? Like how this is like a baked powder that has that luminosity to it. The ambient lighting powders are magical, aren't they? This is like my old Armani bronzer that I save for very special occasions. I don't even know what year it's from, but I love it. Okay, this is from Mob Beauty. And this is their bronzer in M80. It's a cream. I actually really like this one. Go down this way. This is a very pretty bronzer, very neutral, very easy to wear. It's a delightful cream formula and it's clean. So for those of you who are concerned about sustainability and all that, like this whole thing can be buried in the ground when you're done. These can snap into their palettes that are permanent. So looks like everybody's kind of moving into that direction of sustainability. All right, let's take out Tom Ford, Terra. You can't really talk about bronzers without talking about Tom Ford Terra, because Terra was like one of the first bronzers that I feel like hit the mass market that it wasn't super orange. I wonder what year this came out. If anybody wants to Google that, I'm interested. When did Terra come out? I'm not even certain. This is a gorgeous bronzer. The RMS is pretty. Forget about it. We forget about a lot of things, don't we? Let me wash off my hand just a teeny. I think part of the problem is that it all sounds so great, until it gets to you. And then it's like, okay, now what? And I'm kind of over that right now. I don't want things to be forgettable. I don't want to settle anymore. I don't want to put up with anything. I don't want to try to like something. I understand like going into a drawer and taking things out seasonally or looking for a certain color. And I also understand like what is easy. See, this kind of a color is very similar to this. Let me swatch this together. Interesting. That is the Flower Beauty with, let's see, with the Farrah. Interesting, right? They sort of both have that same look. And the Flower Beauty was substantially cheaper. I think it's like one of the only drugstore items that I own. But oh my God, like look at that color. I love this. Does anyone else have this? Love it. Love it. So then I was also thinking about some of these terracotta ones that are always the same, but you know, from a different year. Because these kind of have that bronzy, pinky look to them. They're very dimensional. Wow, that does not want to show up. It's kind of like, you know, it gives you, it's like a highlighter, bronzer, blush hybrid. I'm not sure. Then we have Westman Atelier. You know, it's funny. I bought this thinking that I would use it as a bronzer. If I can open it. This is another Westman Atelier. So this is the Soleil Riche bronzer. I don't even remember that I bought this. How sickening is that? That's that one. It's actually really pretty. I must have bought it like at the end of the summer or something, but that's definitely like, hey, I'm really gonna look very, very tan. This is just another terracotta one. I have more. Let me regroup. All right, thoughts so far on the insanity that is bronzers right now. What do we like? What do we not like? And I want to grab my Hourglass powders. Does anybody want me to swatch this with Phytosurgeons? Because I can do that also. Are we swatched out? It starts to become not helpful. If there are specific ones that you guys want me to pull out, I'm happy to. Like, which color do you like? I have to say, you guys, of all the bronzers that I've looked at today, I feel like there's nothing that has looked like this. It is, I think it's well worth the $40 for the, it's raining right on top of my head in case you guys start to hear like crazy thunderstorms. We're supposed to get wild storms because we've had intense heat. Would anyone Westman. Okay. You like the Westman or you want to see the Westman? Does anybody care if I wipe off my arms at this point? I think what I don't want to do is like get into like the weeds too much with what it compares to. Because I think that what I've decided is that finding a luminous matte bronzer that's actually a bronzer, and that was questionable when it came to the Jones Road one. I know everybody was like, it's a blush, it's not a bronzer, it's a blonzer, it's a, you know, it's like semantics, but I want to look tan and a little bit sunburned. That's why I always throw in the red, you know, blush. But with this, I feel like you don't have to. This gives you that glow. And it's dimensional. And I'm actually thinking I might get like that really, really dark color. And use it as like, you know, kind of toasting the edges, so to speak, as Scott Barnes always used to say. Does anybody want me to put this up with the hourglass, or are we done with swatches? Give me a yay or a nay. Okay. I ordered, and they came tonight, so I opened up one of the boxes, but I have not tried these yet. I ordered 3 of her lip liners to try. This one is called Fawn. Everything is going to be let's just do a couple baselines here. Okay, I'm going to do the Westman Atelier in, I did not wipe off all of my arms, apparently. You want to buy all of it. When you wear the Hourglass Volume 2, your MAC, and call it cozy lipstick. I think that you can make a dimensional look, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make it look just like this, because I've already gone through and found a highlighter and all of that stuff that's going to go with this. So if you don't want to buy new, I'm going to show you how to make it look new. But first, we're going to look at these lip liners. All right, this one is Gerev, which is a very cool tone, kind of like a plummy color. And I think I have Biscuit over here. Well, this is Plum from MAC. So I want to put this on here. These are just some of like the cooler toned liners that people might have. This is Grage from MAC. What the heck color is this? This is Mayfair from Merit. Okay, and then I'm going to show you, here's Stone. So this kind of gives us a baseline of what I've already got in my collection. All right, we're going to go across here. This is Fawn. It's a little bit warmer than I usually wear. Hold on, let's see. Wondering about the Lancome bronzer. I'm rediscovering Lancome after a bazillion years. I'm telling you, go swatch them in Ulta. They have them there. They do get warmer as you, like a lot warmer as you go higher in intensity. It also gets higher in warmth. Lancome has beautiful products. Yeah, because we've got somebody at the helm that knows what she's doing, right? I love Lisa Eldridge, and I think that it is so nice to see her getting so much recognition right now for her products. I just rebought her little liners, you know, the little guys. Right, this is called Dew. This has got like a little pinkiness to it, but very pretty, very rosy. That could be close to like my real lip color. I'm going to take this off and try it. And I have one more here. I didn't get all of them. This one, man, these are some pretty major boxes. These do say made in Japan on them. And you can tell from the feel of these that they're creamy. It is a wood pencil. This one is called Demi. So it's kind of a winey color. So this is like your beigey pink. This is more of your like rosy pinky color, and this is more of like your kind of winey color. I think I want something like this brown. I might order from them. Something that's got like a deeper brown. Okay. All right, we're going to start with the lightest, which I feel like is the warmest looking. This is called Fawn. That is pretty close to my lip color. So I feel like if you have lips on the pale side, you can see it's just slightly warmer though than my lip. I'm just going to fill them in just for our purposes right now, but I'm going to get something clear to put over it so that they don't look shrivelly. Here we go. Okay. So this is Fawn. I mean, I would not wear this pale by itself, obviously, but just trying to give you guys like an idea of the color. I like it. I think it would take a lot more for me to love it. What do you guys think? I'm just going to take a little bit of this Prada plain lip balm. So we can kind of make it look a little less dead. Well, I like that better now. Like it's got like a little bit of like that faded, not quite concealer lip, dead looking kind of look that I like, but usually I go more pale. And actually, I think this is very pale, but not dead. It's definitely something that I would wear with a, you know, like a major eye, you know, like when you just kind of like want to blank out your lips. And I think as a liner, let's put a little bikini with it because this is like one of my, oops. Hold on. Oh no. No. Did the whole screen just change or is it just mine? Bikini from Victoria Beckham. This is one of those things that I dug up that I forgot all about. Not new. Feels new. It's like a summer favorite. Who has bikini? Did everybody see that the Lancome palette, that big Cafe Crush one, is in the United States finally? All right, so I don't know how we feel about this one. I like it. I think I thought it was going to be a little bit more like my sadly discontinued Sink or Swim. You guys, these Sephora liners, I might be in mourning for a little while. These just had like that little extra bit of coolness to them. It was like just right. Just perfect and cheap. I mean, I've definitely got a few of them laying around, but we'll see. All right, so that was the first one. I think it's going to grow on me, and I think it's going to look better when I can use it as, you know, like to actually make some contour. Okay, the next one we're going to go with is Dew. This is the one that I think is going to be the most like my lip. Sorry, it's very hard to talk. And put on the liner at the same time. Now, if I wanted to like overdraw my lips, this color that's really like a My Lips But Better for real color. What a great shade. This is Dew. Oh, I love this one. This is like, I mean, obviously I wouldn't be like filling them in and being crazy with it, but like even like a no makeup look with this would be really pretty. Just put a little clear over it. I think this is such a beautiful color. This is more along the lines of what I was kind of hoping Fawn was going to be. But I like this. It's a lot like Jereve. This one. It's so funny. I was watching Tanya Wells, who I think is she's such an awesome beauty YouTube person. And everything that she likes is like the peachy corals and stuff. And you can see like when it's up against her skin, it's like, ooh, maybe I should try that too. It looks so great. You really need to find sort of a skin twin out there if you're really going to like look at the videos in terms of like ordering something sight unseen and kind of having at least the same sort of undertone or knowing what the undertone is. So I look like I have a suntan right now. Do I look tan or no? Do I look like I'm just wearing like a ton of bronzer? Because I feel like I look tan, but it's also because I never do, ever. I always look really, really pale now. I'm going to take a little of this Charlotte. I love these, by the way, you guys. I think these blushes, I think they're nicer than the Dior. These are so blurring and pretty. This rosy color that's like a peachy pink, I think it's the winner. Isn't that pretty? I like it a lot. I'm into this lip. Very into it. Waiting for Cafe Crush review from you, Maria, Jennifer, or Liz. I have not picked it up yet. I wonder if Rebecca's gotten it on her channel yet. I haven't seen her put it up. Did she put it up today? Oh, thanks, Becky. Believe me, it's all like a facade. Like I'm ready to have a nervous breakdown these days. That's why I want to talk about self-care in a couple minutes. Okay. Third liner, the last one that we're going to look at is called Demi. If it makes me look like I've had Demi Moore's work done, I'll take it. Can you guys believe the change in how people look from having facelifts, the ones that are getting like this new kind? Because I like cannot believe the difference. Okay, this one is more of the berry color, Demi. I like this one too. And I'm going to show you, if you are a warmer skin tone like Maria, there are liners for you also. I'm going to show you them. Okay, this is like the kind of lip that I would wear like to go out for dinner. You know, like this is like my fancy color. Like I would be getting fancy. It's deeper. Put a little clear on top of it. See how it's just like a little more blushy looking? I want to pull up. Pull this up. Okay. Okay, so this is the first color that I had on, this fawn color. And you can see how she kind of groups these together. This one says very soft beige with cool undertones. I think this color is more neutral than cool leaning. I think it is a very neutral tone. The second one that I had on was the Dew, and this is the one, says soft pinky nude with cool undertones. Let's see if we can, there we go. That's a nice swatch. That's like the My Lips, but better. Let me go to the other one and show you that also. Here's Fawn scribbled out. To me, this looks a little bit cooler on the screen than it is in real life. It's a little bit more neutral leaning. And then the one that I have on now, let's see. No. This one, Demi. That's Demi. But then she also has warmer tones. I mean, it's not like she's like the cool tone only person. This one is called Minky. It's a warm light brown beige with neutral undertones. So that's definitely got a little bit more warmth to it. This one is Riche. It's a nice chocolatey brown. This is Bruni. And now I saw somebody contour their lips with this online that had a little bit deeper skin tone. And wow, I mean, you can really contour in your lips with that one. She does have a red then. I know she's got like an orangey red and also a blue red in her little lip kit things that she has. So one is warm and one is cool. That's the cooler one. And I know that in seeing her interviewed and just trying to look for what I found, let's just see if she's sold out on the refills. They are in stock on her website. So if you do not want the whole compact and you want to spend the $42, I'd say go for it. They come in like a little, just like a little case. It's not like it's going to dry out. It's a powder. Ultra Smooth Bronzing Powder with a cream-like feel. Lumi Matte Soft Suede is the first of its kind, lightweight and lustrous bronzer with a soft matte finish that melts seamlessly into the complexion. Farrah's Lumi Matte technology delivers a uniquely velvety touch and high creaminess, formulated to be used over any makeup or skincare. Yeah, it's literally love it. Love it. That's how it comes, the refill. Those are the 4 colors. Then if you want to look on her website, she kind of has a little guide to help you select a shade where you kind of find your skin twin. But when you look at them in a row like that, you can really see the different undertones. So you've got the pinky, then the kind of the golden, to like more of like the coppery, bronzy, and then like definitely like a red or mahogany color at the bottom. All right, let's take this away and see what everybody's saying. Have you seen Barbara Corcoran's work? Truly amazing. Okay, I want to talk about who's awesome. Have you seen Donatella? I mean, she was like frightening looking and she looks much better. Kris Jenner, she looks like a robot. Demi Moore, Lindsay Lohan. I mean, like there are all these people getting this work done that no longer looks crazy overfilled and, you know, like there's being pulled backwards, like by, do you guys remember the Memorex commercial with the guy that was like sitting in the chair and it like everything came by him and like went past? That's what it totally reminded me of. Like when people were just like pulled back. You're waiting for Sephora to restock, refuse to pay shipping, and not buying too. Haha. How much is shipping? Oh, over 50. Don't you hate that companies do that? I feel like I'll go on like something and it'll be like something's on sale and I'll go and I'll put it in and it'll be like $44 and the free shipping's at $45, you know, or whatever it is. It's like the next one. They do that to us. You hope they come to Sephora Canada. Does she ship to Canada? I wonder. Maybe somebody could take a look. Let's see. Shipping. See chart below for other free shipping thresholds. They ship to Canada. Standard International Canada arrives 3 to 5 business days, $20 Canadian. That's kind of a lot. I would definitely do like the refill then. That's a lot for shipping. Free Standard International on orders over $200 Canadian. Well, what are you going to do? Buy 7 of them? Goes to the UK. Is New Zealand getting these? Maria, do you know? Okay, the other bronzer news today. Let me pull it up. Sorry, I have to like stop that screen, put up the other screen. It doesn't let you go back and forth. So we've had a sighting. Natasha Denona she's back and she's coming out with 7 serum bronzers in a couple days. And one of the pictures, they show them like, oh my God, you guys, first of all, have you seen this thing? Go on my stories. I've had this on for 2 days now with them making it. I had to break it into like 2 pieces, but Dior made that case and I want one. Let me go on my Instagram because hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Does everybody see it going in the water there? I like that. Means you can wear it at the pool or the beach or whatever. I mean, or sweating yourself to death like we've all been doing this past week. I think the colors look really good, but we know that we have to see her stuff in person because she definitely tends to run a little bit warm. However, she did a fabulous job with her concealers, I think. They are, it's really hard to like watch yourself on a video. I don't recommend it. Hang on. The Labubu thing is just killing me. I think these look really nice. Oh, hey, Heather. They came out today. You mean on her website? Not huge into liquid bronzers. The shades do look really pretty. This doesn't strike me as the same kind of thing as Westman Atelier, though, for some reason. I feel like this is going to be different. Let me... I don't want to switch accounts. Okay, yeah, not helpful. All right, well, she's got 7 of them. I thought these were on her stories. You can kind of see where they go like cooler, warmer, cooler, warmer. Let's see. I did see this is coming to New Zealand. Okay, so 26th in Sephora. I know it's on her app right now. Beautylish. Okay, here's all the Europe. 26th also. UK, Cult Beauty will have it. Sephora's to be announced. I don't think we have anybody here that's from Asia. There we go. Australia, New Zealand. Same day, Maria. Same day. Like that. Here's the colors. And you can kind of see where they go cooler, warmer, cooler, warmer. There's a picture, though. I think I have to go through my... This is why I can't do it. Because she texted... the link because you have to be a reward person. Let me close this. And now it's telling me to sign in. Hang on, guys. It's giving me like... It's giving me a little bit of a runaround. Okay. All right, here we go. Maybe. Okay. There we go. Okay. Got it. All right. So she has... Let me get to the... There we go. Some swatches. And they're like those ones that you can't really tell like what the colors are, except when you look at it, do you guys see how it's going like cooler, warmer, cooler, warmer, cooler, warmer, cooler? She has on her YouTube channel. Demo and swatch is short. She does? Should I put it on? Any interest in seeing it, guys? Or can we... Anybody want to see it? Does anyone care? We are going to be swimming with liquid bronzers now. Well, because we didn't have enough blush the past, like couple weeks, and we've got more blush coming. They clearly don't know what to do with us with the no eyeshadow, right? They're trying hard though. All right, I am going to take this down. Shipping is $7 in the US for the bronzer from Farrah, under 50, or the Natasha one. The shades do look really pretty. It's just going to be it's hard for me to buy a bronzer online. Like, I'm more brave about buying like an eyeshadow palette, but like bronzer's like a lot of commitment. Although I bought the Farrah one. So I think I am still like a very hands-on person, and I hate that they launch stuff like online, but it's not in the store, or it's a launch only on the app, and they have it in back and they can't take it out until tomorrow. There's all these like weird things. And I finally got so fed up with that YSL palette, the green, that I ordered it from Tavia today. I'm like, just order me one. I didn't want to wait any longer. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about some self-care. And I just want to throw out there that I'm not looking to have a political discussion. I'm not looking to break down anything that's happening in the world right now. But I want to know how you guys are taking care of you. Like, what do you find that is helping you get through the stress that we're all feeling right now? I think during COVID, I was teaching online, and it was really harder than it sounds. It was so many kids. Like, I was teaching, I think it was pre-K to 8th grade, and I was the literacy person because I was the librarian. And each one of those kids was like a picture of Zoom, like on the screen. And you would see into their houses, and you would hear everything that was going on in the background. And it was so much taking turns. And, Mrs. Bernstein, you're on mute. You're on mute. Like, I must have heard that like 1,000 times. But during COVID, I feel like, and this was true right after also, because we had some stressful things in my house, but my skincare routine became like this really important part of my day. Like, I took my time because we had time to take then. And I really like took in the sensory part of it and the massage part of it. I remember Lisa Eldridge was showing us like what her mom used to do. And her mom looks so fabulous. If you've ever seen her, she like does her makeup sometimes. And just talking about taking care of yourself and going sort of like the extra mile to really massage things, really remove things, doing some of the masks and hair masks, and, maybe not doing hot things on your hair, but, wrapping it up and seeing what happens. It just felt like, for me, my skincare became this like Zen time. Like, it was my time in my bathroom doing my thing by myself. Sometimes I think Sunny would follow me in there, which is okay. But it was just a really nice, quiet moment for me. And one of the things that I have realized about myself today that's very, very different. I'm a reading specialist. I was a teacher for a really long time in the city. I've taught kids from all over the world, from every continent, I think, except for Antarctica. And I've taught their parents. We did literacy classes. We taught them how to fill out applications for jobs, and we taught them how to go on the internet because that was still new. Like, we had computer times with them. My whole background is teaching, and I don't know where I'm going with this right now, but my whole background is always been working with kids and teaching kids, and I love that. Like, that fills me up. It makes me feel good to be helping other people. And I want to know, like, what you guys are doing. You forget everything on the tennis court. That's so awesome. I have a friend that's really into pickleball right now, and all these people that I know are getting injured playing pickleball. Have you guys been seeing this lately? We're going to swim with liquid bronzers now. Okay, I read that one. Just what do you guys do to chill out? I mean, I'll be really honest. I like a good glass of wine. It kind of takes the edge off of things. I'm not reading enough. I'm online flipping through. That's where I was going with that. I used to read a ton, and if I wasn't, I was always reading a book, and then I had to have another book ready because I was going to be really sad when that book ended, and I had to get into the next book. And I feel like I haven't been reading enough, and I wanted to see if there was any interest in doing some kind of book club. If anybody's interested, not about, you like to read and listen to podcasts. I like to listen to podcasts when I'm cleaning. Is that weird? I watch a ton of them when I'm cleaning. I'm trying to listen to things that I can control right now. You shop vintage. Do you shop vintage in person or online? Oh, you like to clean and listen to podcasts? Both. Absolutely. I mean, there are people on YouTube that I find to be really relaxing to listen to. And I know I've been terrible and I haven't put any videos up yet. I'm getting there, you guys. I really am. I'm loving the live thing right now because I don't have the time to edit the way that I was doing. And I want to know, skincare for a YouTube or listening to podcasts, try not to take so long, but always does. I also run every single day. I know that is your thing. Molly is a runner. She works in a hospital. Healthcare has been rough for a long time. You're really good at managing stress until one of your dogs takes control, or when your husband is away and leaves you with your doggies, right? Everybody needs their outlet. Mine was walking, and I haven't been able to do that because of all these foot surgeries that I've had. So it's been hard. And I think, phones are great and we need them. And, I can't definitely say that it's helpful, but I also feel like social media has also been, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. You go to the gym every day and also do massage and lymphatic drainage, skincare, listen to YouTube scary stories. My sister loves like the cults and serial killers. I like the cults. She likes the serial killers. We're great. Listen to YouTube scary stories, and your mom can finish a book. You're ADHD and you can't hold interest. You know, there's a new app that I saw advertised where like you take a picture of the book and then it like downloads it for you and it'll read the book to you. I thought that was really neat, especially for people who have, you know, difficulty reading or have somebody our age would probably have like an undiagnosed reading condition or, you know, something where they weren't taught to read in the way that they needed to be taught to read. You believe that pickleball was invented by an orthopedic surgeon. I totally agree. I would love to start a book club. I'm going to find a book that is like just something that hopefully everybody hasn't read, and anybody who wants to participate can. But I love reading and talking about books, and I miss it. So I feel like I'll do like a whole separate thing on that. It'll be like a series. History books and podcasts. Love other topics as well, but history is your favorite. That's my son's major. And he teaches me so much about history that isn't it amazing when your kids get like way smarter than you? It's like, it's kind of mind blowing. I don't know how my husband and I both partied a lot. Like both of us had a really good time in college kind of thing. My son goes to school at University of Colorado in Boulder, and he is not a partier. And that is like a party, you know, that school kind of has like that connotation to it, but he is like graduating a semester early and, you know, getting into law school. And I would have been like, I'll take an extra year. That's fine. Unless it's amazing, scary book, you can't seem to hold your interest. The same with TV and movies. Your husband hates it. That's really funny. It must be something in it that when you have attention, like when you have an attention deficit disorder. So let's say this is my level right here where it takes me to get excited. In order for you to be able to learn something when you have attention deficit is you have to have something that goes higher than your elevated level, which is probably where the scary stuff comes in because it can hold your interest better. And it's funny, when I was teaching, I think it was a lot better than it is right now. We were very individualized in how we taught the kids. Some kids learn by listening, some of them by doing, some of them by seeing, some of them a combination. And they used to just teach us like all the same way. And I think there's a lot of really good tools out there now that can hold interest better than books did for people who either had a hard time reading or don't like it. Can't sit still, always walking back and forth in the house. Your husband's always like, stay still. You need that level of, it takes you a lot more to get you up here. Your weird New Zealand accent. Audible is a great way to listen to a book. It really is. And I've seen like they have Snoop can read to you, and there's like a lot of options. And I love that Siri, you can get her in different accents now too. It's funny. I just want to make sure that everybody is like taking care of themselves a little bit and noticing that you might need that extra hour of sleep on the weekend, or you might want to take that bath or go get that massage or go walk with a friend, or, whatever it is that makes you happy. Go look at art, go walk around a botanical garden place, plant something. It all depends on where your interests lie, but I just feel like right now we all need to breathe and take care of ourselves and look after our friends. I think it's so important. And for me, like, my self-care Sundays are everything. It is like, I start out with my zip, because once you start doing other things, the zip hurts too much. So I do the zip, because then I go right into Dermaflash. Once I Dermaflash, I should say, everything else hurts. Like when you get all of your little vellus hairs off. You remind me of a New Zealand version of Martha Stewart. She kind of is, isn't she? That's such a compliment. How about her surgery? Does she look freaking fabulous or what? Martha looks amazing. You walked on the beach last night. I love that. I love that. I can't wait until I can just start taking my dog for a walk again. Let alone, get my 5 miles in like I was doing. I can't even imagine how long that's going to take. About this. If you take, let's say, your Gucci, and you have a highlighter that you love. By the way, I do love this now. I had to get used to it and figure it out, but look what happens when you take a matte bronzer and just not putting, this is just reflective. It's not shimmery. It looks a lot like this. Ooh, come on. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to be like doing commercials for the new brands that are doing things for people who have arthritis issues. Do you guys see how you can take a really matte bronzer and illuminate it, and it really takes on that exact same feeling? As the Farah. Much happier in the summer. It's like everything. I know. And when you get home and it's not dark outside, it's just so nice. And Molly, you're like on the other end of the time zone than I am, and you guys get that light for so long. You've been thinking about investing in that zip. I've heard great things. I've never heard bad things. They've been through 5 years and keep breaking, or they just don't work. Let me tell you my zip advice. When you buy the zip, do not buy the zip from Zip. Buy it from like a department store. I don't know. Does Nordstrom have it? If they do, I would say definitely Nordstrom. You can return them not to Zip, and it's much easier to return them to a store. And I'm going to say this, and I probably, let me give you a hypothetical, because I would never do anything like this, and neither would you. But I've heard that some people have bought their zip, and when it breaks, they buy another one, and then they have the other one that they return, because it's a high cost item. I would never do such a thing, and I know you would never either, but I've heard that people sometimes do that. Just saying. You're enjoying winter at the moment with a cozy fire, but when it gets to August, you'll be ready for warm weather again. I know, and then we're all going to cry while we're watching you. Molly and I will be like in the snow with Felice. And you and Heather can be like, hey. Becky, where do you guys live? I did get the deep prawn and I returned it today. I kept the pink and the champagne. Exactly. Wink, wink, Molly. Nobody here would ever do anything like that. Oh, you guys, this is exciting for me. I don't even put links in, and it's just like, I try on my Instagram really hard to like put in the links, and I'm trying to get up to a level like where people are clicking on my stuff and buying things and brands want to talk to me. But in ShopMy, which is like where all of my affiliate links go, there's like a threshold that you have to hit in order to start getting PR. And I'm not there. Let's just say I'm not there. I wrote to a company, and they said yes. And so I am getting an LED mask and I think the neck and chest piece, and I'm going to start doing LED online, and I'm going to have a code for you guys. If anybody wants to get one, it's going to be with Current Body, and I'm very excited about it. Like, very. It's crazy to think winter in August and summer at Christmas, but not for her. No, Nova Scotia. All right, nobody's going to complain about the weather to you. Am I correct? You guys get very cold weather there, right? Thank you, Molly. So I know I have to say, like, you get so many no's or so many, like, nobody writes you back kind of thing. I wrote like a really detailed thing. I mean, it's like back in my days when we used to have to write grants for everything in my classroom. So hopefully it'll come in handy. But I do recommend the zip. If I could only have one thing, it would be my zip. And if I could only have one skincare thing, I would use my bioidentical collagen from Josh Rosebrook. Mark, your Current Body LED face and neck masks are great. Oh, I'm excited, Maria. What kinds of results did you get from yours? And how long did you use it? And do you have to use a serum with it? Or should you? Two missing children are from Jack and Lily 4 and 6. Have you heard any information on that? Oh, her name's Becky. That's her husband's thing. Like, Mark. Ooh, that sounds really horrible. Was this recent? Okay, you guys, I was watching, I said we weren't going to do this, but I just want to say, like, how crazy the world is right now. This is the only example that I'm going to make. They said that there were music festivals this past weekend, and that I want to say the number was 154, but it might have been 145 people were stuck with syringes at music festivals. What? This is a thing in our life? I mean, I'm just like, it was the only reason why I'm talking about this is because it was 18 minutes into the nightly news. You know, just that half hour, like boom, 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 boom. But wow. You don't use a serum with them. Just clean face before skincare. Notice that your skin looks smoother and plumper and just overall healthier looking. Ah, I need it. Something very bad because it's who you let your kids go out the door. What happened? They've been missing since May 2nd. How old? See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Oh my God, don't say that. My husband's at a concert right now. Sorry. This is why I feel like we need self-care and we need to be taking really good care of each other right now. It's just, you need it. Some wacko terror group or something told people to attack with syringes. Like, that's seriously like whole other level. Like, I would never think to myself, I really need to be very careful. I mean, I know that you have to be careful now, like with drinks and, you know, touching. I've even heard things about touching your door handle and if you start feeling faint and all this stuff. Oh, hey, Rebecca. Wait, I thought you were gone, but you're here. I thought I'd missed you. Yay. I think we're just sort of like wrapping up over here. Did you get the Farah Hamidi? We're talking about how crazy the world is. Check that out. Is that gorgeous? People putting stuff on your door handles. I know. It is. It's. Molly and I talk about how we are so glad that we didn't grow up with like social media and that there weren't phones and it's just, you need gloves or towels to open doors. I know. And I heard about somebody getting into an Uber and there was a problem. It's like the world is crazy. You hadn't noticed. Ha ha ha. So true, Rebecca. I bet you're glad you live out in the country. I was saying to my husband, I'd like to go and like live on like an island right now. Homesick for those times. Same. In France, terrible. Yes, Felice. I just was like, I mean, how do you prepare for that? You know, like how, I don't know. You can't make yourself crazy, but like that wasn't even like on the list of crazy that was possible, you know? I don't know. I just don't know. This is why I need to start reading again. Needle attacks is the new fear unlocked. Yes, it is. It really is. It's just something that I didn't know that I needed to be scared about. Unbelievable. Scared to go to stores by yourself now. Literally only go to the gym yourself nowadays. I know, walking into parking lots and stuff, you just don't do it alone anymore. Happy to live close to Minneapolis, but far enough away to be in the country. Yeah, Molly, you are lucky. I'm in the burbs. It is just, it's It's 2025, and this is not what I pictured. Don't go anywhere. There's a crowd. You know. I mean, if you think about like what happened in Vegas at the concert, and now this with the concert, it's just, ugh. I don't want to have all that stuff taken away from me. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to get that back. Exercising outside, always turn around and walk backward every so often just to check behind you. Sad. It's true. You got followed from the gym a few months ago. What happened? How they're in your car or walking? Oh, so freaky. They say now, like, even just if you're like at the mall during the day or at the grocery store, like you put your stuff in, like, you know how sometimes like you'll throw things into your car and then go put the cart like into the thing that you're supposed to put it back into. Lock your car again. Get in your car. The minute you get in your car, lock the doors. Like there's just all these things that like I don't want to have to think about. You were freaking out. I would have freaked out. It's when you like lay on the horn like a lunatic. It's scary. Really scary. We need to like, it's sad. Always find the exit that you're at a big event. You know, you have to think about those things now. And as a teacher, I will tell you that trying to teach this kind of stuff to 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds is not fun. In the parking lot, you pulled out and followed you all the way home, didn't pull in your driveway and left at your neighbor and drove till you lost him. That is scary. Yeah, you can't like drive home because you don't want them to know where you live. Oh, I'm telling you, it's like, it's not new. There was a rash of attacks in the early 2000s near shopping malls. I guess I don't feel like I had to watch the news this much in the early 2000s. Like, I don't know. There's something different. And I think that people who used to be isolated incidents of insane, they were like the pariah of their wherever they lived. And now those people can connect, or they can be, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for here, but they can be radicalized, I guess, into anything. And I'm not singling out one group, but people who would normally not have connections to other people because they're mentally ill do have those connections now. Or the Nova Festival. I can't even go there. You had a weird feeling when you pulled out of the gym. The person literally pulled in and out of the parking place and went all the way near the back, and you noticed then you sat there for 10 minutes and still there. Pulled out and he followed you all the way home. Yeah, they say don't drive home, drive to like a police station. I feel like the world flipped upside down in 2020 and never flipped back. I feel like I think 2020 was easier than this. And I thought that was hard. Car doors don't unlock when you put things in the trunk. That's cool. I had to do something with setting mine so that they would, I don't know, something with the lock, unlock, with the drive, don't drive. I don't know, but it works for me now. So I guess we just all have to take good care of ourselves and teach our kids about it. Can't imagine having to teach children. Yeah, oh, you can't, but you do. You have to. I was a teacher when 9/11 happened, and I was teaching in the city. And I remember getting ready for work that morning, and I always had the Today Show on when I was getting ready, and I would, kind of walk back and forth, put my, makeup on, getting dressed, come check the news, whatever. And, everything happened. Yeah, there's settings for locks now. And I got to school, and a bunch of the kids had seen what was going on. And I had a really, really smart kid in my class that year. His name was Spencer. He was, like one of those, like probably the smartest kid that I've ever taught. He's probably smarter than like anyone that you've ever met. Because he was mind blowing. He could not understand why somebody would fly an airplane into a building if they were going to die also, but he couldn't put it together even in a sentence because his whole mind would just like start working. He'd walk up to me, be like, but they're in the plane. Like he just like the suicide bomber thing, just, it didn't compute for him. And that is how not ready we were for that in 2001. And look where we are now. Didn't have social media in the early 2000s. Nope. In our face every day now. They are connecting on social media platforms, and you read the comments on some posts and I'm horrified. I am too. There's so much more hate in the world right now than I would like to think about. And I think we all just have got to be checking in on each other more, which is why I just wanted to see what everybody's doing to keep themselves sane. Make sure that everybody has something, because I know that stress can be overwhelming. And last night, I was talking to Rebecca, and I just started crying at one point. I just did. I needed to like get it out. And I'm, we all have our moments, right? It's good to have people to talk to, though. It's good to be able to unload on somebody. It's good to be able to say those things. And it's hard when there's so much hate right now. It is terrible right now. I have noticed that I am less stressed out. We do have each other. Absolutely do. I'm less stressed out with my son being home from school. Like just being under my roof. You turn on the radio or the TV and they're telling you something and you immediately, go to like, what school are they talking about, or what state are they talking about, or what city are they talking about? It's horrible. We have got to hold each other up and take care of one another and check in on each other and continue to push forward in a way that doesn't hurt other people. The worst in your lifetime, that's for sure. We need our friends. Yes, we do. We really do. If anybody ever needs to reach out and vent, I am here. Oh. Good night, Becky. Oh, everybody, do something for yourself. I don't care if it's buying a lip gloss or taking a walk or, going and seeing a friend or treating yourself to that extra coffee or, buying that book that you've been wanting to read or cooking a meal that you've wanted to do. Like, find something that brings you joy and do it. And let it become a habit so that you start to get into like a path of doing good things for yourself. I feel like as women, we're like give, feed everybody else. But I think if we're not taking care of ourselves, we are no good for anybody else. And so I don't think anybody should ever feel guilty about self-care in any way, shape, or form, however it is that you want to do it. And I'm here for anybody, for anything, anytime. Reach out. I know that, it's weird making friends on social media, but here we are. And I do love so many of you, and I wouldn't have met you, if it wasn't for this. So there has to be some good in it, right? We've got to find the good in everything. All right. Switching topics, I would like to know what you guys would like for next week. Do you guys want me to do some of the new stuff that's coming out? We talk through it. Or are you feeling like you want to do like a skincare thing or a brand? Way more aware of the hate with social media. 100% Felice. It's in your face 24/7. Rebecca and I joke around because like I cannot stand those Labubus. And I don't want them in my algorithm. And it's the same thing with the news. Like you just can't click on it. You got to go really, really fast. So it thinks you don't want to have any of it. But I do love the Labubu thing that you showed me last night. And I did put it on my Instagram with the guy dressed up. Hilarious. Just so funny. All right, guys. Let me know what you would like to hear. I'm going to find a book, and whoever wants to read it can do it. And I'm not forcing anybody to read books. Don't worry. But I would love to do like a book club, like where we actually have like a real Zoom meeting. And when we have this number of people, if I upgrade my streaming, we can all be on here. Like you don't have to have your face. Like you could turn off the camera or just turn on the voice or whatever it is. What is that Labubu? Demon looking things dressed as cute animals. I don't know. The Labubus have hijacked your feed. Molly, you're clicking on stuff. It's so funny. Like we make fun of my husband because he just first time and he's been watching YouTube downstairs, and we all have our own, when we sign in, it's like our thing. And I'm looking at his algorithm and I'm like, this is what it's like inside your brain right now. And we're looking at all the different things that he's picked. And I'm just like, I don't want your algorithm anywhere near my algorithm. And those Labubus have to stay out of mine. I don't get it. It's like at least like our Cabbage Patch Kids were cute. You know, these are so ugly. And I don't get grown women taking like really expensive purses and hanging them from them. I just don't get it. But if you go on my stories today, this guy that Rebecca sent to me was so damn funny, pretending to be a Labubu, blowing up on social media. Very funny. Funny. I may do another live this week. I'll let you guys know. I tentatively have plans on Thursday, but I sometimes on the weekend, if the weather's crappy, I like it. I like having them. YouTube stalks you. Everything you look at, get a commercial for. How about when you just talk about something? Like I'll say to my husband, like, have you ever been to Costa Rica, you know, or whatever it is? The next thing I know, Costa Rica, you know. It's weird. It's weird. All right, we have to end this on a good note. So I'm going to say, I'm going to give everybody like a mission. Do you guys want like a little mission? Because this has worked for me. I get stuck in whatever's new. Like, it's the stuff that's like out, you know, not the stuff that's put away. All the stuff that's put away was stuff that used to be out. And what I do is I'll take like a small box. So it's not like overwhelming, like this size. Okay. This is like my dirty brush laundry that I have to do. And I'll take like one blush, one lip, one eye thing, one concealer, one highlight, just something that I used to use that I loved. And I just like put it in the box and like I put it out so it's sitting there and like it's easy to grab. And I'm finding that I can start actually using some different things. Everything you bought you hate, total regret this week. What? What did you buy that you hate? It's like demon AI and someone's listening. They remind you of the trolls. Are you talking about the ones that were like on the pencils with the crazy hair? Or am I like a whole different age than you? Because like, I don't think this is like where my 10 years over, you know, like Molly and stuff like matters. It's like when we were young. I never liked the trolls. Like the ones like they had like the weird face with the hair, like with the different colored bodies and stuff. Ugh. I was like, I liked my trading cards and I collected stationery and I collected stickers and puffy stickers, you know, things like that. Did anybody do trading cards or am I like, or did anybody make those pot holders where you did like the weaving thing, like on like the little loom that they would give you, or hook a rug? I used to make those and like make it into a pillow. How about dipping candles? Did anybody like make the candles like with the different colors? Lisa Frank, yes. That was like after me. You've got to be like 10 years younger than me. Oh, there's so many things. Garbage Pail Kids trading cards. And I loved collecting stationery and stickers. Oh my God. And trading cards. And not only the trading cards, but the minis. Did you have the minis? Because those were like, so good. Does anybody have the barrettes that were woven that had like the long strings with the beads on them? And they would like hang in your hair like I'm so fancy. I saw like I was dying, like all these things that are now coming back like full circle again, like the plastic shoes, the jelly shoes that we all had. It's like in again. Not making that mistake again. Just not. It's like the colored mascara. I can't do it. I've tried. I really have. I can't. I can't. I had to have learned something. Oh, there's just so much craziness. All right. I'm sending so much love to all of you. Is anybody into doing this like on the weekend at all? Like in an afternoon, Sunday afternoon thing? Yes, those. Oh, I loved my Cabbage Patch. Loved my Cabbage Patch Kid. How about making mixed tapes for people? Like you'd sit and wait at the radio. You'd have the 2 cassette boombox so that you could like go back and forth. Oh my God. You'd make a mixtape for a friend or for a guy. Or did you ever cut out from magazines and make your best friend like a poster of like all the things that you loved? Older than me, you didn't have Cabbage Patch Kids. Yes, the trolls with the hair. You are not older than me. You are not. I think you are younger than me. I don't have a problem with it. I'm 57. And I felt okay about it until my son says to me the other day, Mom, did you ever think about how much older you are than like all of my friends' moms? And I was like, what? I'm not older than them. He's like, oh yeah, you are. You and Dad are like way older. I'm like, no, we're not. You made a lot of pot holders and also did macrame. Yes. Oh, and can I tell you what else I'm really good at? Tie-dyeing like jeans and shirts and stuff. And I used to bleach pants in my bathtub. You know, like different areas got like different amounts of bleach. You're like 17 years younger than me. Stop. I know I'm old as AF. I know. And apparently a lot older than my son's friends' parents. And I said to him, I'm like, I have zero regrets. My 20s were out of control fun. They were all about me, and I regret nothing. Oh, God. Yeah, maybe for my age. I love when people say that. Somebody sent me a picture of the Golden Girls and said, I'm showing you a picture of the Golden Girls, and except for like the one older mom, you know, the I can't remember her name, the one with the glasses that was Maud's mom or whatever. They were all younger than me in the picture. But hey, Martha Stewart's looking good. I need some help. My sister had her eyes done and she doesn't have like all this stuff anymore. I don't know. Like this is what's bothering me is like down here. Walk around with like a bandana on. Remember when bandanas were really cool to wear? Start that again. Did anybody have leg warmers? We were just talking about leg warmers and parachute pants the other day. I was dying. Oh. We've been through some interesting fashion. All right, I am going to go and wash this fantastic tan off of myself. And I really hope that they restock the refills. And if not, team up with somebody and order together and just get the refill of this. And get your appropriate color. And if you don't do this, take your matte and a glowy, not sparkly highlighter, and you will get this kind of luminous matte look. That's my advice. Use what you got. Find a non-glittery highlighter and look tan. You're older, the age of my little sister. Oh, stop it, Felice. I'm the oldest. I'm distracted by how good your arms look. Your face is absolutely stunning. Shush. My arms are like, first of all, this is my new thing lately. I'm getting all these weird bruises. This is like part of like my autoimmune stuff. It's so unattractive. I like walk around like like I put sleeves on. It was 90 degrees today. I was like, I don't have a choice. DM me. Let me know what you guys want to do for next live. Let me know if you're willing to be in a Zoom style meeting. So it's not just me blabbing. And if I start making videos again, do I make them short and sweet? Do I get into depth? Like, what do people even want? And the other thing I was thinking was, what if I just do unedited? Like, here's me doing my skincare, like unedited, like no BS. Like MTV Unplugged, but it'll be like Michelle Unplugged. I've got to figure out a way to just do this again. Yes. Okay. I'm going to do like unedited videos. They're nice to be able to like have on in the background. I like constantly listening to other, things, not necessarily about beauty, just other interesting things. All right, you guys, I'm sending big hugs and smooches to all of you. Thanks for coming tonight. Let me know what you want next time, and be careful. Take care of yourself. Know that you have people, even if it's just here, that are willing to hold you up and listen. You are too, Molly. You are too. You know how I feel about you. We are so lucky to all have each other. We really are. We really, really are. I'm crazy. Yes. Okay. All right. Mwah. Sweet dreams, everyone. Have a good night. I will talk to you all, I'm sure, tomorrow. And don't watch the news. Be well tonight. Take a break. Take a social media break. Even though I have to get on and like get caught up now. Correcting your own grammar. I love that. That's like me. My husband told me that he'll never write me a love letter because I would grade it. And I'm going to this is my last story of the night. My mom was a teacher. I had a ton of teachers in my family. And my mom hated the red pen. She thought it was like bleeding all over somebody's stuff. So she used the green pen. A step further would be, I waited tables for a really long time. I want to say, I don't know, over the course of like 14 years or something, I waited tables or cocktailed. And even when I was teaching, it was like cash, you know. And I worked at a restaurant that was a family owned place, and it was very, very small. And we used to like sit down with the people and talk to them, and we knew all the customers, and I made so much money there. It was like ridiculous. And there was a couple that used to come into the restaurant, and they were older. And I noticed that they had the numbers tattooed on their arms from being in a concentration camp. And they knew I was a teacher. And she told me a story about how she had taken a writing class, and they asked them to write about something emotional, something that, you know, had meaning to them. And she wrote about after they were released from the concentration camps, she and her husband did not have the money to leave Germany. And when she had her first child, she used to sleep like with the baby literally like in the bed with her, because she was so fearful that they were going to take her away from her. And she wrote all about all of this really just unbelievably emotional stuff. And the teacher, instead of talking about the content, edited the writing and wrote all over it and scribbled about the grammar and the this and the that, and nothing about the content, you know, nothing about what this person was trying to express. And I took that with me into my teaching every single day. But my husband won't write me a love letter because he says I'll correct it. He calls me Grammar Rodeo. Good night, everyone. Sending you all so much love, sweet dreams. I'll see you guys all soon. Night.